Hello everybody. Uh, let's change the place. So, this is much better. And welcome to The Soul Travels. Hello everybody, how is it going? So, I love making travel films, and through this channel, I would like to show my travel films and some of the editing tips that I know. So, in this video, you are going to see how you can properly edit a drone footage on Luma Fusion app. So I love Luma Fusion app. It's pretty much basic, but it's really amazing. I'm doing my edits on Luma Fusion and I love it. So let's get into the app and start editing. Let's get my iPad. So that's it. So let's get into the Luma Fusion and start editing. Okay, so let's search for my drone footage. I took this shot on a DJI Mavic Air 2S and it was in Dublin, Howth. The place is Howth, which is a beautiful place with cliffs and ocean. So basically I will drag this part of the footage into the timeline. So it's that easy, just drag it, just set your start and end point and drag it to the timeline. This footage has a dark area and a well highlighted area. So how to edit this evenly, like exposing the highlight area and the dark areas. Just double tap the clip and it will get you to the effects and settings panel, where you can change the size and pretty much everything that you can do to the footage, like changing the speed, cropping, changing the size, the position, and at the right hand side you go to color and effects, and that's what we need at the moment. Go to the color presets and pick original, and there you can see everything you can adjust for color grading your footage. So here, while color grading this particular clip, we are only focusing on the dark areas. So I will tell you later why I am doing that. And first of all, levels will help you to expose the dark areas and highlight areas. Changing the levels can bring some contrasty look to your footage basically. So it's like basically the curve that you do when you edit the footage, like a tone curve. So this is in a different way, like levels. So what we do here is, since we are just focusing on the darker areas, just slightly bring up the exposure at the darker area. So don't tweak too much on the levels, only minor adjustments on the levels, just to expose the dark areas. So it didn't do much. So what we do here is just increase the brightness a little bit, like 0.01, and contrast also a little bit, 1.05 maybe. That looks okay. So the next one is saturation. I don't do anything with saturation because it can pop the colors which won't look real. I like vibrance because it just highlights the catchy colors like the blue, green, and things like that. So vibrance, you can go a little bit further, like maybe up to 0.30 maybe. Yeah, around that area, that looks good. And highlight and shadow radius, you don't want to touch it because you are not going crazy with the highlight and shadow effects. So with the highlight, I won't do much. Maybe I can reduce the highlight a little bit. It's not making any difference to the darker areas. So still I will leave it at around 80. And for the shadow, I will just leave it 0. When it comes to red, don't go too much with these red, green, and blue panels. So I will just only go a little bit, like red 1.04, because it's going to be a sunset. So little bit of redness. I mean, the golden color will give it like life for a sunset. So let's go to the green, and the green, I won't go greeny. I will go towards the pink, but not too much. 0.9 and will be fine. And when it comes to blue, just give it some warmth because it's a sunset, as I told. So 0.93 will be fine. And then here comes the gamma. So gamma, what we can do is just to bring it down. As you can see, it's bringing up the dark areas, but not too much. Maybe around 0.70. So when it comes to hue, don't change it too much because it will evenly change the colors. So maybe I will go down a little bit, 0.03, because that will give a little bit of reddish color for the same reason, sunset. And we can just toggle here to see what the difference it makes. So it's exposing the dark areas pretty well. So what we do here is we go back and we click on this little plus button, and it will bring up it will actually duplicate the clip. So this one is the duplicate of the clip what we are doing here. So here comes the magic. We go to the clip there, which is on the top, and so these are the editing we actually did. What we do here is just go to this frame and fit and go to crop and crop this from the bottom. Just crop this until you just crop completely the darker area off from that frame, and this is only the highlight area. So we'll leave it like that and go to the color and effects. So what we do here is the levels, earlier we tried to expose the dark areas, so here we will crush the highlighting areas. So we will reduce the highlight, and the brightness, what we do is we will go down minus 0.03, and for contrast 0.08 will be fine, and saturation I will leave it to what it is, and vibrance we can go up a little bit because it's a sky. I love just popping the blue color of the sky, so I will just go up a little bit, maybe 0.60 will be fine. Okay, I think so. I will leave the highlight shadow radius like I told before, and the highlight I will leave it like the same, 0.80, and shadow area maybe I will bring down a little bit so that the brightness over some areas will come down. So I will bring down the shadow maybe minus 0.29, and when it comes to RGB, the red I will leave it like that, and the green I will leave it to 1. The blue I will go a little bit cooler, 1.02 will be fine because there is a lot of red area going on there, so I will make it a little bit cooler. And the gamma I will leave it as it is, and I will leave the hue like that. So this is pretty much everything, and we are done with the footage. And to get rid of this separation line, we go to the cropping again and bring up the edge softness a little bit, not too much. If you go too much, it doesn't have an edge softness which we can apply to a particular side. When we increase the edge softness, it will affect to the whole the 4 edges. So I will go up a little more, maybe like around 22. That looks okay, I think. That's fine. You can just do that and upload it on your social medias and get more followers, get more fans, and do whatever you like. So this is the video about color grading the drone footage to make it look like an HDR image maybe. Can you hear just like wind howling, storm? Because there's a storm going on outside. It's red alert in Cork. I'm in Cork, Ireland at the moment, so didn't go outside at all. I'm inside the house the whole day. Anyway, nice and warm in here, and we are nearing the Christmas, so wish you all a happy Christmas in advance. And if you like this video, please share, and don't forget to subscribe, because your support means that's an inspiration for me. So see you soon with my next video, and safe tripping, happy tripping. See you.